model, bro.
Yeah, I do understand.
So now you're
I'm not
looking at,
sure about the.
yeah, that's fine. So people are looking at you like how you used to look at somebody who's cracked SPJIMR long back. Imagine that, yeah, that kind of vibe. So small gyan, how to crack CAT or how to crack SPJIMR, maybe 1 minute each. जो तुम्हें बोलना है. And anything मेरा कुछ बताया हो कुछ काम वाम आया तो if you want to share that, that's going to be really helpful. Great, Varun, फटाफट 1 minute to glory. Go ahead, man.
सर मैंने जितने वीडियोस बनाए हैं ना उतने शायद ही किसी कैटकिंग स्टूडेंट ने बनाए होंगे तो मेरे पास ऐसा कुछ बचा नहीं है बोलने के लिए।
No doubt in that. No doubt. चलो SPJIN बता दे फॉर्म फिलिंग कुछ अच्छे से फॉर्म भरना है कि नहीं.
For SPJain, I think be very diligent while filling the form. And there is a special part of the form where they ask you to fill 10 random statements. So people often fill things that they have no association to, and that can really hurt you in your group interview process because they might go into detail about those 10 pointers. So be very sure about what you want to fill in the form. And before your interview, have at least, uh, I would say, a level 2 knowledge about the things that you have mentioned. Let's say you have mentioned singing or dance or any other hobby that you have. So they are going to ask you things related to that, and especially if there is something related to that hobby in the news recently, do read about it.
Super.
That's all. I would say.
That, and you got a score based call. तू तो ये role model है. SPJIN is considered a profile based college and he's 6 in 12th and 49 in math. Famous होने वाला है तू
Nice.
अभी. Yeah, but cracked it. But CAT was
2-4.
99.24. Lovely, yaar. Great. Congrats for SP again. Yash, go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. As Varun said, I didn't remember even what 10 things I have written. He started reading in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
So it was very fun.
Yeah.
Somehow I managed, but I don't think he again that kind of luck will do.
Mhm.
And in the interview GI1, it was more like what kind of things you have done in your job and how you can apply it to operations and supply chain management.
Right.
If you can crack on this, then the interview goes very smooth.
Super.
Otherwise, it's haphazard only.
What was the CAT percentage if you want to share?
Mine was very less. SP is the only call I have. Even I don't have cap calls also.
Whoa.
I actually gave CAT last year also and
हाँ.
score much better marks than this time.
क्या बात.
This time I had 93.66 and last time around I scored 97 percentile.
Wow.
And I converted a few calls and I decided not to go for them. But
So
that
you-
was my bad decision, I guess.
You
But
got a,
after converting SP,
yeah.
it became good decision.
Very nice, very nice. Great, yeah, 93 percentile big convert. Operations, na?
Yeah.
Very nice. Great, great. Akshama Dubey, go ahead. ये धोखा है, ये DSPJ नहीं है, ये धोखा है, ये FMS और
Sir,
क्या?
बड़े लोगों से पूछ रहे हो आप बड़े लोग अब क्या होते हैं
Yeah, Akshama, go ahead.
So like about my, can you hear me right?
Yeah,
properly?
now it's good.
Okay. So regarding my CAT preparation, I did tell a lot about it yesterday. So I'll just go about my interview experience. It's fine.
Yeah, go ahead. Whatever you feel like.
So what happened is like I was in Bombay a day before and I talked to you on phone. I had my CAP interview that day and the next morning there was my SP interview and I was like freaked out. And you took a short interview on phone call and you like pointed out my mistakes that this is where I'm going wrong and I had like 4 hours to prepare. So again I was like freaked out कि शायद नहीं हो पाएगा मुझसे. But when I got there, I kept a few things in mind that you told me to, like for GI1, what should I mainly focus on, like more of the technical questions and why do I want to do an MBA and why in IIM particularly. So again, that helped me a lot and I had a clear mindset about what questions they'll be asking and how should I respond to it. And like, luckily, fortunately, and like all the questions that were asked were somehow related to how you told me and how you prepared me for it. So again, I'm thankful for that. Then again, for the GI2 part, like you always told us that we have to make the ethical choice and stick by it. So our question revolved around that smoking question that is typically asked in such ethical questions. So that in that part, I made the ethical choice for the first one, but they kept going deep, very deep into it, and the conversation regarding that question was for like 30 minutes. And the two panelists, they kept trying to, move me from my point. But I stuck by it, and I'm like, I think that is what helped me to get to my GI2. So again, all of it was basically how you told me it would be, and it should be, and so I just went with what you taught me basically.
Cheers, 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 cheers. God bless, man. God bless. Good, good, good. Gokul, how to crack SPJain? How to crack cat भी बता दो यार थोड़ा सा. Cat वैट नहीं तेरे तू तो low personnel पे SPJain, तो you can talk about how to get SPJ हमारा as well.
My thing with respect to CAT, I would say I prepared, like I started my preparation around August. So I feel it is relatively what you call late, I could say. And that is when I understood what the pattern of CAT is, what exactly is CAT and how to go about things. And luckily I had some friends who actually briefed me regarding this CAT exam. And regarding CAT preparation, you can understand that there will be a lot of mocks you'll be taking, and the first 5 to 7 mocks, I had scored very less, and after slowly things started clicking. You try out different strategies, you try out things, and you can find out okay which works for you, which doesn't work for you. So those things you actually find out, and during the course of the preparation and attempting mocks, you have to have a very 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 strong mindset about why you want to what you call do an MBA. So that will only take you through. So when you don't score well in a mock exam, or when things are not going right for you, this question, if you have a very strong answer, if you have a very clarified answer to that question, this will move you. This will move you forward very easily, because at the end of the day, you will want to do the MBA. And at the end of the day, you know that okay, if I'm being sad or being what you're getting a low marks, getting low marks will not what you call help you in any way. So you will actually what you call do more and more hard work. And on the day of CAT, oh, yeah, everything what you can control, you try to control. If you don't know the answer to a question, okay, well and good. You try to answer the next question with a positive attitude. Control what you control, with the things you can't control. Hope that everything goes well. And with respect to the form filling and the interviews, I will say form filling is something that it's a very personal form. Like whatever you have done in your life, you jot it down as points and very honestly fill the form. And during the course of filling the form, you learn a lot of things about yourself only. Maybe sometimes you are clueless. Take a day or two to what you call refresh your mind and understand who you are, what you have done over and what it is throughout your life. And you fill the form with like a bit of honesty, because like not everyone is perfect. Not everyone is like a swimmer and a dancer and has gone to play for state, represent state in all the competitions. So be honest in whatever you have done. You can fill the form, and after if you get selected, let us discuss about the interviews. With respect to the interviews, the one I would feel is like prepare nicely to the questions which are like commonly asked. Understand the questions, prepare your own answers, take your phone, switch on the video, record your answers, and you'll have an understanding of how nicely you say. If you are what do you call, if you feel that your eyes are moving here and there, if you feel that you are not presenting your answers properly, or if you feel that the things that you want to convey are not conveyed properly, you can what you call change that. And after the preparation is done, I would suggest you to take a mock group interview, because in a group interview, you will be rehearsing your answers inside, and while the what do you call questions are being asked to the other people, and suddenly you will be pointed out, and they will be asking you to answer a question. So it is very hard actually to keep your focus on you. It's very hard to point of time during the interview, because like you have done a lot of preparation in your hand, and you want things to go right for yourself, and you will be rehearsing only your answers, while what is required in the interviews, you have to be alive, you have to be present in the interview, and you have to focus on the interview. And one important tip I will give during the course of the interview is, during my interview, what happened is the questions that were asked to me were the ones that I did not have what do you call. I did learn a lot of common question. I did a lot of preparation, but the questions that were asked to me were something like out of place only, which I had not what you call prepared only. So the one thing which helped me go beyond that is like have an understanding. You have done your preparation. You can say what you know. So I said what I knew, and I was like hoping that the next question will be good. If the next question is not good, hope the following question will be good. So
Right.
the simple mantra, according to this, control what you can control 100%. The things that you can't control, have a smile and go through.
Got
That's
it.
all. That
That
is
that's
my
lovely.
mantra.
That's lovely. Very very well explained. Thanks, man. Okay, quick one. Shalom, what recommendation? How to crack SPGN, man?
When it comes to SPJain, I think CATKing dashboard, there were a lot of interview experiences. I went through those. Those helped really immensely. That was one. Then the interview kit. Every college releases its own interview kit. So SPJIMR released its own interview kit. Go through that as intensely as you can. Create your own interview, like literally copy paste those questions and create your own answers and keep them ready. Then conduct, organize, get a mock interview done. Specifically, a group interview would be better. Again, CatKing offers that as well. Surbi took mine. A lot of good
Oh, nice.
feedback there. I used, yeah. Surbi took my mock
Great,
interview.
great.
So a lot of good feedback there. I used that same interview kit, my own answers which I created, made edits to that. Then went for the final day. I had about a week also before I could, go for my final interview at SP Mumbai. So that helped. I refined my answers again well. When it comes to GI1, it's more based on your profile, about your work ex and all of that. So that is something, I mean, just do it well. I cannot tell you anything more apart from that. You should know your job. When it comes to GI2, definitely be careful about what you write in the form. Like Varun rightly said, they can come back to it. So during my GI2, they were in a particular situation, and we were just going at it at the situation for about 15-20 minutes, and then suddenly she comes back to this guy and she's like, "Don't you think this is karma though? You wrote about it in your form." So then he kind of, he was rattled, and he was like, "Oh no, it's not really karma, but I believe in karma, but it's not this that." So it can come and bite you back, right? So you need to be very clear about what you're writing. If you truly believe in it and it really follows in what you believe, then only write it. Don't write anything just for the heck of it.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's all I'd say.
That's lovely. Okay, Sahil, parting thoughts, and then Sajal, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, so regarding preparation for CAT, I would say consistency is the key throughout your preparation. Till the time you are uh, giving the CAT a day before that, you have to be consistent with whatever plan you have made for a week, a month, or 2 months. If you are trying to do 10 questions a day, 20 questions a day, you just have to stick to it and be true to yourself. Give as many mocks as possible and analyze each one of them. You have to get points out of them. You have to see where you are good, where you are lacking, which focus area you have, which areas you have to focus on, and which you may not be able to get up to at the last point, and you don't have to waste your time on them. So that's how you have to just sail through the CAT exam. When before CAT exam, you have to fill the form. Form is the most important for SPJIMR, I would say. You have take your time while filling the form. Don't fill it in one sitting. What I did was I copy pasted the questions from the SPJIMR form in a Word doc, and I would literally give it hours before writing. I would write, I would read, I would try to understand what I have written about myself, and then I would change it, edit it. So there were multiple iterations for myself while filling out my form. And whatever you write in form, it should be true. Just don't write it for the sake of writing. The faculty at SPJMR, I can't focus on that. They are very smart. They'll catch you if you ever try to boast yourself out of nothing, or you write something out of thin air. They will catch it, and they can take that interview on that point, single point, and you will be miserable during that time. While I also got a score based call. So during interviews, in a group interview, what I have seen is you have to be very precise with your answer. You don't have to blabber that much. The whatever the professor is asking, you should understand what he is asking, and then you give the answer to the point. And regarding form, in my interview, what happened was, like, I was writing everything, and I have written multiple courses. There was a section column that wrote that we have to write any additional courses or certification we have done. I wrote a simple course that I had done in my fourth year, and that was related to manufacturing. And I have written courses that I have done related to supply chain and operation. During interview, the teacher, the faculty was sitting. I was expecting a question from supply chain operation course, but he asked me about the manufacturing process course. He said, "You have written this course." I'm like, "Yes, sir, I have done it." "So what have you learned?" I have to explain a little bit, and then he gave me a simple question that this is a part. How will you manufacture it in a production line? So again, a simple short answer, and he was satisfied. I didn't had many questions because whenever you enter the room beforehand, they will be reading out your form. They will write points from your form on a notepad. I actually got to see that he had a notepad. He had written 4 names, their specialization, and some particular point that they would like to judge us on. So they already have every knowledge that you have given them, and you have given them everything to beat you up. So be ready, be prepared, and give small, short, but good answers covering everything.
बढ़िया
GI too.
Just to add on one thing, I've taken interviews for 5 years for SPJain Bombay as an alumni when I was in G before I started CATKing. Now I don't do, of course, because of the conflict of interest. So I know like every form is read so thoroughly in the student-driven committees. It's so crazy. Great. Okay. Interest of time, Sajal, you want to close it up with a parting remark? कुछ motivate करके जा भाई लड़कों को सोचे उनका SPJain होगा कि नहीं होगा अब तेरा convert हो गया है.
I'll just say कि even when you start preparing like for CAT, even if you're working with a workex, even if you're working or whatever, be consistent. Don't shy away from mocks and don't be scared of it. Give as many mocks as you can because that will prepare you to shoot for the stars. And if that doesn't happen, you at least land on the moon. So basically, my suggestion is give a lot of mocks. Go step by step, give a lot of mocks, get a good percentile, then start preparing for interviews, get as many calls as you can, and to convert them, have a great intro ready. As you say, sir, have as many hooks as you can. Try to drive the interviews in that direction. And SPJIMR interviews are like conversations until you're trying to be over smart and you don't know what you wrote in the form or even about your work ex. So focus on that, know about yourself, know your work ex, be smart, and again, I mean, maximize your CAT score.
बहुत ही बढ़िया. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Great यार. अच्छा, one parting thought. I think most of you are joining SP apart from Akshama. You can be good friends with Akshama. She's joining FMS. But बाकी SP जा रहे हो ना? Sahil, Gokul, Shalom.
Sure, sir.
Oh, sure, you know.
Definitely, sir.
Definitely. Good. So one last thing. There are two kind of people who are going to be inside your class. One is like always like, you know, complaining, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, ये बेकार है, अंधेरी में है, कैंपस नहीं है. बहुत ही बढ़िया कॉलेज है. आप किसी भी कॉलेज के बच्चे से बात कर लो. अभी IIM अहमदाबाद के लोग बाहर बैठे हुए हैं as we talk right now. So लखनऊ भी है, अहमदाबाद भी. They are my interns right now. They'll all crib and cry about their colleges. I was the head of inductions for about 4 and 5 years. एंड इंडक्शन बहुत अमेजिंग टाइम होता है. नाउ आई डोंट गो बिकॉज लोग पहचान जाते हैं. वो इंडक्शन में बहुत मज़ा आएगा आपको. आई विल नॉट स्पिल द बीन्स. इट्स लाइक द बेस्ट टाइम ऑफ योर लाइफ. ऑल योर प्रोफेसर्स आर पार्ट ऑफ इट एंड काफ़ी क्रेजी होता है. वन प्रो टिप, ऑल योर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स आर गेटिंग मॉनिटर्ड. ओके, यूर ऑलरेडी सीनियर्स आर देयर ऑन व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स. तो ध्यान से तमीज़ से आज के बाद जो भी लिखना है, ठीक है. ओके, मैंने आपको बता दिया, बस इससे ज़्यादा मत पूछना. और बोलना ही मत कि भाई तो तुम्हें पूछेंगे तुम्हें कैसे बताया, तो तुम्हारी अलग दी जाएगी. ठीक है, अब बहुत कम हो गया वैसे, बट पहले बहुत ही क्रेजी होता है. Nevertheless, so yeah, some people are not going to like the whole thing. ये नहीं है वहाँ पे, वो नहीं है. Screw them up. Don't be next to them. Trust me, not exaggerating it. Wait and watch. 5 years down the line, SPJain Bombay will beat IIM Ahmedabad as well. With due respect, there is no quota, pure meritocracy. Best to the people who really want to learn. All of you guys have done some crazy stuff. तुम में से कोई जिम एल्कोहलिक जिम वाला है, तो कोई का कराटे वाला था, कोई तो नेवरदलेस सब लोग क्रेजी होंगे. सब लोग स्कूल हेड बॉय, नेशनल हेड बॉय, हेड गर्ल्स, ये वो, तुम क्रेजी हो जाओगे देख के. विच मीन्स सो मेनी क्रेजी पीपल. तो कॉम्पिटिशन भी उतना कट थ्रोट होता है. बट गुड पीपल, दे विल मेक यू हम्बल by doing all these NGO experiences and all. Enjoy the journey and Bombay is a fun place to be, of course. पहले 4 महीने बहुत ही रिग्रेस होगा. ये SP के लिए नहीं बोलते थे हम बिकॉज ऑटम्स होता था, पर अभी तुम्हारे लिए भी 4 महीने बड़ा रिग्रेस होगा. बड़ा ही मज़ा आएगा. एंड उसके बाद ईजी नहीं होता था, आदत पड़ जाती है. ठीक है. Okay, great. I keep hopping on to SPJIMR as well, तो मैं आपको मिलता रहूँगा. And the new dean, new भी अभी पुराने हो गए, Varun sir is fantabulous guy. He's going to take this college to the next. I mean, he's going to really kick it up. बहुत बहुत crazy इंसान है वो.